This ghostly doll, looking for a body, appears as strange as its deeds used to be. In fact, this is a horror story of the cursed ghost doll Annabelle, which is still in the Occult Museum. It has been bound and imprisoned with incantations. The story of this haunted doll named Annabelle begins in 1918 because this year, American writer Johnny Gruelle, who wrote children's stories and comics, mentioned this doll in his book Raggedy Ann. In fact, Johnny wrote about a real incident that happened to him in this story. Johnny explains that one day he was just strolling outside his house. Then he saw a doll lying in their backyard. Johnny had never seen that doll in his house before. That's why he went to his neighbors and asked if the doll belonged to any of them, but all the neighbors also denied it. Johnny couldn't understand how this doll ended up in his home. Well, he didn't think much about it and took the doll home and gave it to his daughter Marcella. Marcella was quite young at the time, so she was very happy to see the doll. Now Marcella played with this doll all the time. And in this way, within just a few days of playing, she became very attached to the doll and wouldn't keep it away from her even for a moment. She would sit alone at home, play with the doll and talk to it. And seeing all this, Johnny would be a bit worried about his daughter, but still, considering her a child, he let her play with the doll. When Marcella turned 13 years old, she became afflicted with a severe illness, and when she was given a vaccine for this illness, it had an adverse reaction on her body, which led to Marcella's death. But friends, something very strange happened here, that just a few days before Marcella's death, the doll disappeared on its own from Johnny's house. Johnny searched for it a lot at Marcella's request, but it was nowhere to be found. That means the mysterious way the doll came to Johnny's house was the same mysterious way it disappeared. And this true story. When Johnny wrote in his book, people were quite surprised to learn about it, and Johnny's story became quite famous among people at that time. And then, for several decades, that doll wasn't seen anywhere, and people had forgotten about it. But, friends, in the year 1970, this doll made a return to the world, and this time it appeared in an antique shop named Hobby Store. Actually, what happened was that a woman went to this antique shop and bought this strange-looking doll. That woman had no idea that the doll she was buying was actually a haunted doll. The woman bought this doll to gift her daughter Donna on her birthday. At that time, Donna was studying nursing and staying in a hostel with her two friends. Donna was quite surprised by her mother's gift because her mother had never gifted her a doll before, and besides, she was beyond the age of playing with dolls. But she still really liked this gift from her mother and placed the doll in a spot in her room. However, her two friends who lived with Donna didn't like the doll at all, and one of them, named Lou, found the doll strange right from the beginning. She even told Donna not to keep this doll in the room, but ignoring her, Donna kept the doll in the room. As soon as the doll came into the room, strange things began to happen there. First, Donna noticed that the doll moved on its own from its place. Actually, whenever Donna and her friends went out of the room, upon returning, they would find the doll in a new spot. Donna had been noticing this several times, and when she told this to her roommate, both her friends said that you should immediately remove that doll from the room because it is a cursed, haunted doll. But Donna ignored her friends' words because she did not believe in ghosts and spirits. For a few days, time passed like this, and these people kept noticing the strange actions of the doll. Approximately 1 month.
After a month passed, they found a paper lying inside the room, and on this paper, in a child's handwriting, it said, "Help me." And they found this paper in the room not just once, but several times. Besides this, one time when they returned to their room at night from somewhere outside, they saw red stains on the doll's back and chest. And since all three friends were nursing students, it didn't take them long to realize that these stains were not from paint, but were blood. No one could understand where this blood on the doll's clothes came from. After this incident, Lou told Donna several times that this doll is haunted and it's not at all right to keep it here. But Donna was not ready to listen to any of her friends, and even after so much had happened, she did not remove this doll from her room. In fact, Donna had developed a strange attachment to the doll as well. One day, Lou was alone at home, and Donna had gone out with her other friend for some work. Just then, Lou heard Donna scream from the room and, in the confusion of the sound, forgot that Donna wasn't even at home. When she rushed into the room, she saw that apart from the doll, no one else was present. But after this, from the room, "You, sakiti ete," the sound of Lou screaming was also heard, and coincidentally, Donna and her friend had returned at that time. As soon as they heard Lou's voice, they both ran to the room. Upon entering the room, they saw Lou lying unconscious on the floor, with deep bruises on her body. These two friends took Lou to the hospital, where she was immediately admitted. And then, about 2 days later, when Lou regained consciousness, she told Donna that it was her doll that attacked her, and hearing this, Donna was shocked. Now she began to believe everything Lou had said, because Lou had been a victim of a life-threatening attack and could not possibly be lying in such a condition. Donna immediately went to the church near her hostel and told Father Hagen about the incident. Father Hagen listened to Donna and sent her to his senior, Father Cook. Father Cook looked at the doll carefully and told Donna that this doll is haunted and has the shadow of an evil spirit. Father Cook said that handling this matter is beyond him, so he informed paranormal activity experts Edward Warren and his wife Lorraine Rita. As soon as they heard about the case, the husband and wife immediately went to Donna's hostel room and decided to spend a week with the doll to closely examine its behavior. And after staying with the doll for a week, the Warren couple told Donna that a very powerful spirit resided within the doll, and now the spirit wants to leave the doll and enter a human body. They further explained that the spirit has chosen Donna's body to reside in, so it must be kept away from Donna as soon as possible. Hearing all this, Donna became very frightened and agreed to let the Warren couple take the doll with them. The husband and wife started taking the doll with them in their car, and suddenly all the systems in their car failed and the car went out of control and crashed into a wall. The good thing was that the car's speed wasn't very high at the time, so the husband and wife weren't seriously injured. However, people understood that the reason for the car losing control was also this doll, which had used its powers to fail all the systems of the car. Somehow, after reaching home, the husband and wife calmed the doll using spells and holy water, enclosed it in a glass box, and then placed this box in their own museum, the Occult Museum. And since then until today, this doll has been kept inside this museum. And friends, in the museum where this doll is kept, a warning has been written that no one should come near this box or try to touch it, because this doll still contains evil powers. I personally do not believe in ghosts and spirits, but since this story was true, I thought it should definitely be shared with you all. By the way, do not forget to tell us what you think about this story by commenting.